Hello, my name is Odi Astaman. My NPM is 19111047, and this video was made to fulfill my college course. It is the Descriptive Statistic course. This video was proposed to tell you what is descriptive statistic work at a journal by developing a web-based vocabulary size test for Indonesian EFL learners by Ignatius Tri Endarto and Ada Ninggar Septi Subekti, Universitas Kristen Dutawacana. With no further ado, so let's get started this video. The outline is gonna be, first thing first, it's abstract, and the second is introduction. The third is theory. We're gonna use criteria 1 and 2. The test is applicable to students from various levels of proficiency and consistent. The criteria 3 and 4, it shows some expected behavior. The criterion 6, the test item avoid ambiguity. The criteria 5 and 7, it's not difficult to score and the scores are easy to interpret and minimize inefficiency. And then the last is the conclusion. So the abstract. One important aspect of English language learning is vocabulary. Vocabulary is something it's something like the start of you to make a sentence. However, the availability of vocabulary proficiency tests, both manual and computer-based, is still limited, especially in a country like Indonesia. Almost all currently existing vocabulary tests are monolingual and have not accommodated the needs of EFL learner itself. So, the introduction. One important aspect of English language learning is vocabulary, right? However, the availability of vocabulary proficiency tests is still limited. And then the problem is, the first problem is the very small number of sources available to facilitate teachers to test and measure students' vocabulary proficiency. And then the second issue is the need for a standard framework or reference or a leveling system which best reflects students' vocabulary acquisition. The theory, we move to the theory. Smith and Clapham said that vocabulary knowledge and language proficiency vocabulary is a very important part of language, and thus one of teachers' job is to assess their students' knowledge of target language words. And here we go. Look at the tables. We can see that vocabulary size to understand different types of text taken from Nation and Bagler 2007 9. We can see novels, the compare of novels, newspapers, children's movie, and spoken English. We can see the most proper nouns, or the high proper nouns that we got here is newspapers, which is 5 till 6%, and then the lowest is the novel stuff. Why novel is not really rich for the students? Because it's not much people, not much students to use novels as their source to study, right? So we move to the criteria 1 and 2. The test is applicable to students from various levels of proficiency and consistency with what to measure. Okay, look at the table. Example of words in a sample word frequency rank. And the word is run, music, third, growth, and sexual. the lowest word frequency ranking is run, and then the word sexual is most honestly the sexual word is mostly used for students in the end of the day. The criteria 3 and 4, it shows some expected behavior such as giving learners the right proficiency levels consisting of best items with various difficulties in accordance with a word frequency levels and helping learners to measure their level progression over time. And then here the it consists of 100 multiple choice question. Run, yeah, okay, that's all. And then we move to the criteria 5 and 7. It's not difficult to score, and scores are easy to interpret and minimizes inefficiency. The participants of the pilot study were 36 college students. They were all Indonesian EFL learners from 2 different batches, 2 classes. As you can see in the table. And then we move to the comparing the scores of the 2 vocabulary size tests. Paired sample test was carried out to see whether there was a significant difference between the two sets of scores. The results of paired sample test are presented as follows. As you can see, paired sample statistic, vocabularysize.com, and then design a test, pair 1, and here the sample test itself, the paired difference. Where is my mouse? And yeah, like this. Okay, then we'll go next. Okay, we move to the last part of this video. We move to the conclusion. The conclusion is gonna be as indicated in findings and discussions. The design test in this research had most, not all, of the characteristic of a good vocabulary size test proposed by Nation 2012. Those characteristics were: first is applicable to students from various levels of proficiency. The second is consistent with what to measure. The third is avoids ambiguity. The fourth, not difficult to score, and the scores are easy to interpret. And the fifth, minimize inefficiency due to time limitations. Two other criteria were not fully assessed in this study. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much to click this video. Thank you so much for you guys to watch my video. This is my video to fulfill my college course as the Descriptive Statistic course. Thank you so much for your attention, and goodbye.